All right, I got my lift ticket for the Land of Oz, and we're gonna ride the chairlift once again. Welcome back to the Land of Oz, the world's largest Wizard of Oz theme park. I have been here before and I did make a video on this place, but I was so impressed I just had to come back again. I've watched other people's videos on this park and noticed that throughout the years it just seems to improve every single year. After taking the bus ride or the chairlift to the top of the mountain, this is the first thing you'll see, a map of the park as well as all the history on this place. It's pretty fascinating. In my previous video, I went over all the history of this place. If you'd like to see that, I'll put a link in the description box below and a card at the end of this video so you can check it out. The first time I visited the Land of Oz, I didn't really know how it worked. So here's how it does work. You start out going through the history and learning about the park. Then you'll end up at Dorothy's farm, where she does the original opening skit in the movie, and she'll go visit Professor Marvel, and then go through the house where you're supposed to follow her through and visit her with the Scarecrow, and the Tin Man, and the Cowardly Lion, eventually ending up at the Witch's Castle, where she does her skit, and then you end up at the grand finale at the Emerald City. And I didn't know I needed to pick a Dorothy at the beginning and follow her through the storyline. And when I say pick a Dorothy, I mean they have multiple actors and actresses that rotate throughout the day, obviously because you can't have the same person just endlessly repeating, scenes from the movie. It would get very exhausting. So once I got to Dorothy's farm, I kind of held back to try and pick out one of the best Dorothys so I could follow her through the experience. So here we are arriving at Dorothy's farm. I don't remember this cornfield being here the last time, or this building that's behind the cornfield. New this year was the Baum's Bazaar Land of Oz gift shop. It's kind of like an auxiliary gift shop to the main gift shop that we'll see later in the video once we get to the Emerald City. It had some nice stuff, mainly just park merchandise, which, I kind of wanted to wait until I got to the main gift shop because that's where all the really good stuff is, so I just sort of browsed through here just to kind of highlight it and show it in the video. The park sound system could use some improvements, so I do apologize if the audio isn't so great. Now that we've seen the gift shop, it's time to head over to Dorothy's farm where our story begins. My favorite lady who rides a bike.
Elmira Gulch, don't forget the name.
I will not.
I have an idea. No, not like that.
This is where Dorothy performs the iconic song Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and she was absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, because of YouTube's copyright restrictions, I can't share this song or any of the other ones that are in this video. So if you'd like to see Dorothy, the Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Cowardly Lion perform all of their famous songs from the movie, I recommend that you join one of my memberships. You can check out the links in the description box below. Wow, what a set of pipes she had. I think she gave Judy Garland a run for her money, and if you agree, give the video a thumbs up. It didn't even look like she was really trying. Imagine if she had put her all into that song. Wow. I wish I could have gotten a cleaner recording of that, but at least we have what we have. And this is the Dorothy I chose to follow. It's now time to head into the Gale farmhouse because a storm's a-brewin'. Oh wow, your food looks delicious.
Thank you. I just baked it this morning.
Oh, it looks so good.
Doesn't it?
I love homemade farm food.
Be careful. Watch your step.
Heading down into the cellar, we get to experience the famous tornado scene from the movie. They did a great job recreating everything. You get to see scenes from the movie, and it's actually windy down here as if there is a real tornado. Finally, the twister is over. You've made it. And you come to the realization that the house is a shambles. It's tilted and everything is askew. Yeah, it's still very disorienting even the second time around because you are walking in a tilted house. It's physically tilted. But once you walk through Dorothy's destroyed house, you'll emerge in the Land of Oz.
Was it you?
Maybe.
It was me. It's always the redheads that are
I am pretty evil.
Get under the house. I can't.
What? You're dressed like my sister. What are you trying to do here?
Identity theft is a crime, Jim.
That's right. You're trying to take my shoes, aren't you? You and that farmhand girl. Useless to me. The whole lot of you.
Love it.
Make sure you get all my angles.
Yes.
You got a lot of good ones.
God, you do.
It's gonna take you a while.
Oh, they're so great.
I know. I like your rings.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, they're giant. Did you bring one for me?
I wish. That's where I got them from.
Oh, you got them from
The
my dad.
.com.
You stole from me. Is that what you did?
Sure.
On film.
Good. Steal those from me and hand them over.
If I had longer arms.
Ah! There they are. So you're useless.
Pretty
you
much.
and everybody else in this over the rainbow land.
Why, hello
Well,
there, little
hello.
Munchkins. It's such a wonderful time seeing you here today. You look all right for having just been twisted up in that twister.
Oh, yeah, it took me all the way from Ohio and brought it to me to Oz.
Why, that's a long twister. Are you all right?
I'm good.
Don't worry, you have a long journey to walk it off. All you have to do is follow the yellow brick road.
Awesome.
Hello and welcome to Munchkin Land.
Such a beautiful little village.
Well, thank you.
Would you call it a village or a city? Or
Well,
a town?
This is more of a town, but I can give you my official greeting. As mayor of Munchkin City in the county in the land of Oz, I welcome you most regally.
Wow, it's so nice to be here. You have a great day.
Thank you. You do the same.
So I asked him if it was a town, village, or a city, and he replied, well, it's more of a town, but then in the official greeting, he said it was a city, and I believe in the movie they say it's a city in the official greeting as well. I don't know, I'm confused. Maybe it's all of the above. But we must continue our adventure because...
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful wizard of Oz.
Here we can see Dorothy coming down the yellow brick road to meet the Scarecrow, where he'll do his song and dance. They both did a phenomenal job recreating the scene from the movie. And this is where she'll meet the Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Cowardly Lion, and they'll perform their scenes from the movie.
Stolen my madam's hat!
Facts. Hard facts.
Don't know how you managed that, but we'll get it!
Thank you.
Oil, 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 oil. Halt!
Did the Munchkins do this to your pants?
Absolutely. They should be murdered.
Tell the wizard. He'll fix it if he's so wonderful after all.
Somebody always helps that girl. So she won't take warning, eh? Well, all the worse for her. She thinks she can run around here in a pair of my sister's stolen pair of slippers. Thank you all for joining me today here in my loneliness. And just in time to see what happens to Dorothy and her nasty little friends.
Would you wish to join our ilk? You mustn't forget the formaldehyde next time.
It says, please ring bell. All right.
Who rang that bell?
I did.
Well, can't you read a sign?
Yeah, it says, please ring the bell.
No, it says bell. Oh! Did you mess with this?
No, it was that way when we came up here.
Flying monkeys messing with my signs and flipping them around. Well, that's more like it. What can I do for you?
Well, we want to go see the wizard.
The wizard?
Yeah.
Well, nobody sees the wizard. I've never even seen the wizard. Who sent you?
Well, we're coming with Dorothy and Glenda.
Bust my buttons! Why didn't you say so? Come on in right through there. Welcome.
There's so much more to see in the full version of this video, like all the songs performed by the characters, as well as when Dorothy and her friends meet the wizard at the Emerald City for the grand finale. In the full version, my goal was to make it feel like you were reliving the movie once again. You can see the full version of this video by becoming a Patreon member or joining my YouTube membership. Links are in the description box below. Thanks for joining me today as we traveled up the mountain and over the rainbow. If you'd like to see the other videos in this series titled An Epic Journey, then click the join button below to check out my YouTube membership or one of the links in the description box below where you can choose between my YouTube membership or Patreon membership. Thank you to each and every one of you who joined one of my memberships and supports the channel monetarily. Without you guys, videos like this couldn't be made. So again, thank you for supporting the future of video, and I'll see you on another episode.